I'm having a relationship with my pizza.
When it comes to culinary gifts, not many countries can compete with Italy. From wines to pasta, Italian cuisine is famous worldwide. But ask anyone about their favorite Italian food, and the answer will always be pizza. And like many things in life, the bigger, the better. When it comes to pizza, size does matter, and these pies take it to the next level. So let's take a bite out of the top 10 biggest pizzas you can order.
I'm excited, you're excited!
The Bus. Moontower Pizza Bar, Burlson, Texas.
And I want it rare.
Since we're talking about large sizes, Texas has to feature somewhere on this list. It's a big state, and Texans are proud of their large possessions. Ranches, cars, mansions, oil rigs, you name it. They all have to be larger than life. So it should come as no surprise that pizza should join that undeclared contest and break a record of its own. Moontower Pizza Bar took the challenge and decided to do Texas proud. Measuring 8 feet by 2 feet 8 inches, this pie set new records for the largest pizza you can order, even though we have to be careful about declaring which pizza is actually the largest in the world.
That's a spicy meatball!
These titles are not easy to keep since there's always a new pizza parlor willing to add a few inches to the diameter of their commercially available pie and declare themselves the winners of the pizza war. So if you live within a certain distance from Burlson, Texas, and you have a humongous appetite, you can order the Bus, which will cost you $299.95. It comes with one topping, and you have to place your order 48 hours before it can be delivered to you. So yeah, this is not your typical idea of a fast food order. It's not something you can just pick up the phone and order when you're feeling really hungry.
Is it a local call?
Yes.
The Giant Sicilian, Big Mama's and Papa's Pizzeria, LA, California.
You have a marvelous way with words when describing food.
While the Bus may look huge and already has a place on the Guinness World Records, this one from California will give it a run for its money. Dubbed the Giant Sicilian, this pizza measures 54 inches by 54 inches and is not a circle but a square. And get this, it too has been named as the biggest pizza by the folks at Guinness, which makes one wonder about these world records anyway. As usual, this pizza with exceptional proportions can't be ordered on a whim. You need to give the restaurant 24 hours notice in advance and also make room for it in your fridge. It costs $299.99, with each additional topping costing $19.99 more.
Holy crap, $100!
If you want extra cheese, you'll have to fork out $34.99 more. Of course, you can't expect to eat this pizza on your own. After all, it has around 200 slices and serves between 50 to 70 people depending on the size of their appetite. So if you think you could eat it all by yourself just to prove a point, well, that won't do you any good. For one thing, there's no point to make here by eating a 2,916 square-inch pizza, and also it means you'll probably have to reconsider your health and choices in life.
You just ate a year's worth of food.
Big Lou Super 42. Big Lou's Pizza, San Antonio, Texas.
And no one knows art like a Texan with too much money.
Of course, Texas won't let it go. The fact that a restaurant in California took away the coveted title of making the largest commercial pizza in the world right from its own hands is simply an affront that calls for action. Big Lou's Pizza was up for the challenge and vowed to go all the way and save no effort or money to bring back the title to Texas where it belongs. Big Lou's chefs went down to the farthest recesses of their kitchen to plan for their next big thing, the pizza that will take on all other pizzas. After months of deliberations and trial and error, they came out from the kitchen carrying the fruit of their labor.
Purple is a fruit.
A 42-inch pizza was placed squarely on the table in front of the expectant audience. Now, you might say that Big Lou has come up short, as any first grader would tell you that 42 inches is smaller than the other pizzas we've mentioned. Still, it's the effort that counts. The pizza was christened Big Lou's Super 42, and even though the Guinness Book of Records didn't bother to show up, the attendance spirits were still high as they dug in and rejoiced in the pizza bonanza. And to be fair, the Big Lou Super 42 has a distinct Texan style that earned it a mention in the TV show Man vs. Food. So maybe it wasn't a wasted effort after all.
You think I can do it? All right.
Il Colosseo, Sydney, Australia.
Grapefruit you got here.
Our next entry on this list comes from Down Under. Now, you can say all you like about Australia, but the people there tend to take challenges a little bit more seriously than other countries. It might be because they're used to challenges. I mean, their daily life is a continuous struggle against a hostile environment where everything is designed to kill you. This includes not just insects and animals, but plants as well. And when you learn to survive among this hardy lot, then challenges become second nature. Il Colosseo is a famous pizza restaurant in Sydney, Australia. When they heard about the large pizza craze taking the whole world by storm, they took it personally. This was their chance to put Australia on the culinary world map.
Homer, that's enough.
So they got together on a fine evening and proceeded to spread 7 pounds of cheese, 11 pounds of meat, and a couple of liters of sauce over a monstrous pie. And the result was a whopping 70-inch pizza called the Colossus. And if you think it was easy to bake this one, you'll need to know that it needed a custom kitchen to get it done. Some even go as far as to claim that the kitchen was built around the pizza, but these are just rumors. The pizza itself costs $600 and requires 2 days of notice in advance.
You okay there, Mr. Crocodile?
Super Slice. Pizza Barn, NYC.
New York, New York.
New York City wasn't going to take a place among the spectators while pizza chefs from around the world were slugging it out on the proverbial field. But the approach Pizza Barn took was subtle and nuanced. Rather than go for a whole pie that weighs so many pounds and measures tens of inches, they decided to create just a slice of pizza. But not just any slice. This is the mother of pizza slices. They call it Super Slice, and for a good reason. Just look at the slice carried by 2 grown men. The first thought that comes to one's mind is, are they going to finish that on their own? And because this is New York, one size doesn't fit all.
I'm walking here! I'm walking here!
The restaurant offers Super Slice in many varieties. A regular 2 feet Super Slice will cost you just $12, but other options are available. These include stuffed crust Super Slice, salad Super Slice, margarita Super Slice, white broccoli or white spinach Super Slice, among others. The most expensive slice on the menu is the Barnyard. It comes with chicken fingers, bacon, mozzarella sticks, and french fries, layered with mozzarella and American cheese, and costs only $40. Not bad for a slice of pizza that can feed a whole family.
Don't be afraid to use all your teeth.
Pin-Up Pizza, Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Pin-Up Pizza lives up to its name. The waitresses are dressed like pin-up girls from the 1950s. But that's not the pin-up's only claim to fame. They also serve the largest pizza on the Strip, a claim that hasn't been disputed as of yet, which is rather surprising considering that this, after all, is Las Vegas, and crowned champions don't get to enjoy their fame for long before a contender throws their hat in. But Pin-Up remains the Las Vegas sole maker of the largest pizza slice to be served in Sin City.
Hey, viva Las Vegas, baby!
So what's in these large pies? Well, for starters, they measure up to 30 inches in diameter. They're topped with 26 ounces of mozzarella. And while they know very well that you can't possibly eat a 30-inch pizza all by your lonesome, the restaurant conveniently slices it up for you. So you can buy just a slice. Sometimes the slice is too large and it will have to be sliced in half to cater to the less hungry customer. And these giant slices are popular with the diners. Every night, the restaurant dishes out around 1,400 slices of their super pizza.
It is your moral imperative to eat and enjoy that pizza.
Jumbo Slice, Pizza Mart, Washington, D.C.
This calls for a celebration.
Many pizza restaurants quickly realize that serving a giant pie that will take a few dozen people to finish is the kind of publicity stunt that attracts customers, but isn't a very sustainable business model. And where you don't get large families frequently, as is the case in Washington, D.C., you can still get the diners' attention and pique their curiosity with a slice of pizza that defies all norms. Pizza Mart chose that last path and barreled down full steam ahead.
I want pizza!
Many of the late-night clients come looking for a snack, and when they see that giant slice of pizza on the menu, they just can't resist it. It helps that the clients are possibly under the influence, and as we all know, alcohol tends to give you a larger than normal appetite, which probably explains why Pizza Mart remains open until 3 a.m. But this doesn't mean that the pizza slices are not worth it. These slices are just as yummy as they are gigantic. And the fact that the restaurant still serves them is an indication that they are popular among the customers, whether the ones who come knocking at 2 a.m. or those who order from home.
There's nothing wrong with a little feast on our time.
El Buono, Quezon City, Philippines.
Just put it in the oven for half an hour at 350.
Next on our list of the biggest pies you can order is El Buono, and it comes from the Philippines. We already mentioned that pizza as a fast food item has universal appeal, and the Philippines seems to have a huge appetite for pizza. So much so that this restaurant decided to offer a huge pie that would feed around 150 people. The restaurant claims that this is Asia's largest pizza. It's a dubious claim at best. Not because the pizza El Buono offers isn't large, but because, as we have seen before, it won't be long before another restaurant will step up and claim that honor. It's usually a matter of time for these short-lived glories. Now, this pizza costs around $190, which is not that expensive considering how many people it serves. It also comes with 4 toppings, not just one, as is the case with other giant pizzas on this list.
1 million space bucks.
So, all in all, it's not a bad deal. The only problem is, you need to be physically in Quezon City in order to get this 65-inch pizza delivered to you. How they deliver it is another problem, though. But we'll leave that issue to the restaurant. Your main concern after getting the pizza is to come up with 150 people to finish it off in one sitting.
There's still food, but I don't want to eat it.
Nona's Pizza Slice, Chicago.
Doubles.
Chicago has a place on our list as well. While the Chicago deep dish pizza is on the radar, the Windy City is more about the Bears, the Bulls, and the Cubs. These teams may be the first thing that come to mind when you think about Chicago, but when it comes to food, Chicago deep dish pizza is a close second. And while they don't serve the whole pie, these pizza slices will make your jaw drop. Nonna's does Chicago proud. And when you find yourself cruising down this historic city, make sure to stop at Nonna's and help yourself to one of their larger-than-life pizza slices.
I'm not paying for those.
The pie itself measures 63 inches, which makes it a huge contender for the title of the largest pizza in the world. But the restaurant serves only slices, not the whole thing. And just to make things more interesting, there's a food challenge there. Down 2 of those 1.5-pound pizza slices in half an hour, and you get to be declared a winner. You win a t-shirt and have your name published on their website. Now, if a free t-shirt isn't worth chowing down on 3 pounds of pizza for, I don't know what is.
Finish it in an hour and it's free.
Mallie's Sports Grill and Bar, Michigan.
Pizza delivery for robbery, homicide.
Our #1 spot goes to a 100-pound pie that is made and delivered to the lucky residents of Southgate, Michigan. Moreover, delivery is free if you live within a 5-mile radius of the restaurant, which might give you pause as you consider whether it was a good enough reason to move to Michigan after all. Now, this pie measures in feet, not inches. It comes to your door in a 6-by-6-foot box, and you might be tempted to eat it right then and there on the doorstep rather than go through the hassle of trying to squeeze it through the door.
I've become everything I've ever hated.
But then you'll need the help of around 100 people to finish it off. So maybe it would be better to take it to the park and have a picnic. The pizza costs a good $300, which isn't that pricey considering the number of people it would feed. And that's not the only oversized food item the restaurant offers either. They are famous for their 10-pound hamburger, among other things. They even once created a huge pizza that weighed 1,793 pounds. Hope you're hungry.
I love you.
Help yourself to another slice and tap that screen for our next great video. Checking us out for the first time? Then take a second to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.